Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's a Midday Money Tuesday edition. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hopefully you followed my lead with Michigan and Washington yesterday. You'd have a nice little Tuesday morning coming at you here. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow there. Hit the like button. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like button. Winner free picks and parlay, Sean Higgs channel. Check me out. Go check me out. Free picks are on the X. They are scrolling here in the show. Just a minute in, you could just come in, come out, spend some time with me. That's it. I understand. Got things to do. It's a new year. You're probably all gung-ho. Let's make some resolutions. We're going to go to the gym. We're going to eat better. Whatever you're doing. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. But be sure to hit the like button. Poll question is posted on YouTube. Be sure to fill it out. Let's get to recapping the winners from yesterday. NBA winner. What do we have? The over? Detroit gets there. We'll take it. And college football, we split out. We had the Michigan over, Washington under. So there is that. Today's picks, quite a few. We're going to go backwards. Let's start college football. 55 and 46 plus 470 in the video. And again, 2-1. I got to mention the bowls. And I started out bad in the bowls. I started out 5-8. How about 11-4 runs since? Not too bad. We'll take it. I'm looking to watch the +4 next week, just so you know. Haven't betted yet, but that's what we're looking to do. NFL 46-34 plus 890. College football, we're basically number 1 or number 2 on the sites. College NFL though, we're down a little bit on a couple sites. We're like number 7 in NFL for the season. It is what it is. 55% on the year. It happens. In the video, 46-34 plus 890. I knew duplicating a 64% clip from last year, 60%, was going to be difficult. So you get that out of me. Get it out of me, man. It's hard. NHL, we are 8-11 in the show, -$90. We're taking Dallas over the 6.5. I got this on the sites myself. Got it myself. And again, you'll look at for the NBA and for hockey, a few less plays. On the sites, I'm 2-3-4 with hockey. 18-11, 19-11. It is what it is. Limited. Not a lot of action. I say that. NBA 16-12. We had a winner yesterday, plus 355 here in the video. On the sites again, 18-13, good for number 8. 15-8, good for number 3. Not as many games as other sports. It's just tough with the guys sitting out. I do the show way early compared to when the games start. We're going to go into the Nets game, though, here today, 220.5. And college hoops, you see the record, 47-51. We are down 870. And on the site, I said I'm 10 games under. We got work to do. Not we. I got work to do. We got to get even here. We're down. We got to straighten it out a little bit. Get on the right tracks here, as they say. Utah State -7. Purdue -6. Toledo will go money line. It's +110. Maybe find a little better. Pitt NC under the 158. The Butler is going to do it plus a 7 spot, and San Jose plus a 5 on the road there. So picks are all covered. And there we have it. There we have your Tuesday selections. Team Money's in the house. What do you say, fella? Calgary Flames, baby. Everyone in their cousin were talking about it. Everywhere I want you. This is Calgary. This is Liberty Flames. Why did I think it was Calgary Flames? I think you'd think we were in Georgia, Alabama around here. Oregon's in trouble, down 6-0. We're not going to talk about that guy who was all excited about a 6-0 win or a 6-0 lead up early. It was I wrote it down. I'm not gonna say anything. We'll give our guy Penny. He brought the Tennessee down to a 2. It got there. I was wrong about that one. Again, I'm glad I don't play these early games. If I didn't like it, it was I like Tennessee, but then I would have been worried about the line move. As Jesse Shule said, he's like, "Hey, what does that matter?" So we had minus 13s that went down to 7s and he won. He's right. He's right. Whatever. I'll take my 11-4 run and be happy. Uh, in trouble for going to jail for killing in trouble for going to jail for killing Liberty in a friendly game of football. Yeah, that game. Now I had the first half over team total and the full game team total. I was worried. I was like, "Oh boy, we're gonna get. It's gonna. What's this gonna be? 13-0." I was like, "Can we score some touchdowns here?" And then we needed all the help we could to get over that 42 for the game. Michael B's in house. Welcome. Team money. Bama loser all the way around. Off coaching job. I hate to say it, but I'd be surprised if Michigan doesn't get blown out. But they play how they did against Bama. I don't know if they'll get routed. The defense is still solid. Penix was just dropping dimes in there, man. Beautiful passes. Michigan. I Here's the thing. How is it a bad coaching? I want to say you could, and I hate pin on one guy. Dude, the center in that one sequence where he had a couple bad snaps and you're at midfield, the next thing you know, you're punted from your 20. Uh, that's a game. You could look back at it now and say, "Oh, well, we were right there. They were there at the end either way." And again, a bad snap, low snap. And I'm not Miller. Oh, he panicked. It was a bad. You get a bad snap with no time on the clock. I don't care what quarterback you're back there. You're gonna be scrambling. Those snaps, and I had the other side. What do you? I don't know, the coaching, awful coaching. I was with Dave and Mike and them on Dave's channel yesterday, and it was the end of the game there. And who's else was I say? Ramon Scott was in the show, and I said, it was 4th and 2, whatever it was for Alabama, and I was like, do you go for it and try to win the game? Right, your kicker already kicked a 50-yard field goal. Although you give Michigan a ball on the 48 or whatever with some time on the clock, maybe you don't have faith in your defense. I mean, do you have faith in a Michigan kicker? I thought Michigan was going to go for 2 at the end of the game and miss it. Your guy had already missed field goal, extra points. If I'm Bama, maybe you go for it. Is that why it's off coaching? You didn't go for it at the end of the game? Michigan didn't have guys on the field. They muffed that punt. It should have, awful coaching. I don't know about that for Alabama. Why'd you like Purdue? I like Purdue. So why do you like Purdue? I like Purdue, but I can't mess with Maryland at home. Those are my guys after Duke, and at home they have superpower. So Maryland has won 19 at home. They beat them last year. Purdue last time they played a road game, a true road game, quote unquote. They lost to Northwestern. Yeah, and I got a bad number last night. I got a 7.5 with Purdue. Maybe I should have took the Terps at 7.5. I look at who's Purdue have played and beaten, and I just think they're the better all around team. And Painter's like, "Hey man, we haven't won yet on the road. Even though you're beating Gonzaga and Tennessee and Arizona and Alabama, like you're beating teams on neutrals. Like this is a good team." And Maryland played them tough twice last year, including getting a win here. And I don't. I'm not a big Purdue guy, right, Team? I mean, I like give me some Arizona, give me some UConn. That is not a team I want to run to back. I just feel at that spot, the number I'm going to take Purdue. Michael says, "Great night, Michigan, Washington, 4-0 in the NBA. The Jazz, baby. We said the Jazz lose by 50, bounce back." And the Knicks got it done for you there. All right. I didn't like the Knicks game, but I didn't bet the Knicks game. So take the 4-0, Mike. Take the 4-0. Groovy. New year, new beginning. Show them let's have some art the book. Watch those line movements. NBA got it. Listen, the NBA. Can we stop with that? I really had to dig for this NBA game because I put NBA free pick because I was feeling giddy about myself that I won yesterday with my Detroit over. Um, Outsmarting the book. I mean, it's tough, Groovy. I gotta give them their credit. They are good. Bill says Cornell, Baylor over 168. High, but I think it gets there. Let me get my full sheet out here. Where's the Cornell? What does he got at 168? Get out of here, 168. Okay, all right. I thought I had written down 161 and a half. It was 166 and a half. All right, the opener 166. I I mean, I don't hate this. Um, Baylor. I mean, I definitely don't want to with Baylor. Are we getting a 90s? That's a big number, Bill. Right? I mean, this is college, and we're laying a 166, 168 now. Holy moly! You know what? I don't hate it because when I see these giant numbers that are really high, I think you have to go over. Like they're trying to tease you into going underneath them. Big Red putting together some wins as well too. So they're scoring. Let's all right. You're scoring 90 Monmouth, Robert Morris, Baylor a little better. But even if this game is 90 to 60, so I could get us there. Who's Cornell play that kind of gets them in that kind of pushing and mode? George Mason, we get 90-83. Is it George Mason esque? Because the Cornell totals 152, 155, 58. There's a 164. It stayed under Syracuse, 81-70. 162 and over against Robert Morris. They're pathetic. But we look at some of these Baylor ones. Baylor hasn't had a total this high all year. I mean, over 157, 154, under 159, and 40 points in Northwestern State. Cornell's better than Northwestern State. I don't know. I don't know. Looking at these matchups and the teams, Bill, I might have to lean under there. Although when I see like high totals like this, like the highest ones on the board, I almost want to just go over on principle. T Money's laughing at Groovy's comment. Michael B says, "What are your thoughts on Colorado State, New Mexico State?" I like New Mexico State tonight. I do. Excuse me, not is it New Mexico State or New Mexico? I forgot who's playing against Colorado. I said state. I think it's regular Mexico. 3.5. How about an over as well here in this game? You want to go over New Mexico? I can go over. Groovy says T Money almost had the Columbia basketball last week. They ran out of gas last minutes with a crazy game. I got Akron today, free money. Oh, today I got Akron today, T Money. That's not free money. I'm gonna say, wow, you threw out a free money play, but it's not a free money. You got Akron over Northern Illinois. I got a question mark next to Northern Illinois here. Like, why? I mean, I sort of like that. It's a 5, right? What's that line? Is it still a 5 there, Akron? Brandon's in the house. Happy New Year. Gene Hates, how are you? I guess it's supposed to be Sean Higgs. I'm good, Brandon. Hope you're well. It's been a minute. I hope you had a nice Christmas. I know let you go away for the holiday. You know, it's all right. Glad to see you back. Hope you had a good Christmas, a good New Year's. We got the rodeo coming up next month. Oh, maybe I'll make a rodeo appearance. I think my wife wants to go to rodeo, but I think she just wants to see some good-looking guys on horses and tight jeans. Because I'm not a tight jean kind of guy. Whatever. Hopefully, I get lucky. Michael B is in the house. We got early thoughts on championship games. Watch finish the Miracle Caesars. Watch Michigan prove it's the best all year. I'm going to take the points with Washington. I'm taking the points. I am taking the points. Brandon says, I cashed the Rockets yesterday. Yeah, they were laying, what, a 9 yesterday? I was like, man, I can't believe these guys are. laying that kind of number. Like we've talked about Houston, we've had them a few times, Brandon, and it's a right. They were like a point fave over Dallas and Suns, weird spots. Bo Nix over 3 TDs, never in doubt, Dave. What do you get that a first quarter? I mean, first half. Oh man, Liberty, Liberty, take Liberty up 6-0. T-money. I got you, Groovy. I actually don't have any plays. I ran up in soccer, but NBA counts today. The lines are sharp. Good day to get buzz, so I'll wait for some live lines. There you go. Don't have to bet them out again. I get it. Dave likes OKC tonight. I against Celtics. I don't hate it. +4 at home. I also like the Magic there at home as well. Or excuse me, on the road they're getting 3 from the Warriors. Michael B's Warriors. Moneyline Markel's in the house, of course. The Nuggets didn't get their team total, but James Harden got my double 1 in 1 day. Taken. Markel. Team money. Half me wants Purdue, but I feel Maryland finds a way to win. I'll bet 10 on my Terps. If you take the points with the Terps, they played them twice tough last year. Last time Purdue went on the road as the number 1 team, they lost to Northwestern. I don't know. I feel like this is a big game for them to prove they can win on the road. And just schedule-wise, they've played better teams. They've beaten much better teams. Wario's coming next month. Yes. Wario. I guess that's supposed to be rodeo. Michael B says, NBA tonight, I'm really not loving anything. Guess I would lean Thunder and the Pellies first half, and nothing really jumps off the page. Warriors 3 might be a good buy low spot. It's already moved from 3.5 to 3. Take the Magic. But my New Year's was okay. Quiet night. I stayed home. Like I have stayed home for a long time. I don't think I've been out on a New Year's Eve I can't remember last time I was on New Year's Eve. And Christmas was good as well, Brandon. Thank you for asking. David says I'm liking McCallum over 23.5 points and assists. I don't hate that. I'll say Michigan has some real special teams problems. Yeah, they do. That's not the reason I'm taking Washington, but that could come back and rear its ugly head for sure. Almost cost them yesterday. Happy New Year. David says Bulls over Philly, too many points. Again, I'm looking because I was going to say aren't the Bulls reeling, but they have won 2 of the last 3. They put together some wins here. All right, they're winning some games, but then again, when you're home for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight at home. Look at this, 6. So they finished up the road against Philly. They won 108, 104. Then they finished their home trip beating Philly 105-92. And now they get Philly to start the new year. Philly home, road trip, Miami, Orlando to Houston, Chicago. Day game, that's a tough spot there. Do we have? I'm assuming, and again, I hate to assume because then we make it as out of you and me. But is Embiid in this game? Is that why this is a 10 spot? Is this why this line is this? Cuse and Duke today. 14 seems a lot for Duke today. Yes and no. Syracuse. Do you want to run a bet the Cuse? Duke's losses. I mean, Georgia Tech and Arkansas on the road. Now we have Syracuse doing the road. Beat Georgetown, doesn't count. Lost to Virginia by 20. I want to lean Duke here. I would lean laying the points with Duke. Syracuse on the road, not for me. Lexus, keep it a class. You know how we roll, Lex. Good to see you. T-Money says, on a neutral, I'll be all over Purdue. They are far better, but Maryland at home. It is. College at home, it is what it is. It's tough. But it's January 2nd, bro. Is this going to be some kind of who's there? People coming back to campus for this game? February. Let's fire it up. You know what? Big Ten. Head to head. Maryland wins 68-54. That game was February 16th. A Valentine's Day massacre in the making. January 2nd. I don't know. Not going crazy there with fanfare. I don't. I could be wrong. Apparently, the game is on Peacock. Money line Markel. Embiid 35 and a win versus the Bills. Embiid is back. That's why that line is what it is. Brandon got a new PlayStation. There you go. I feel like busting out the old PlayStation. I do. I think my son has the newer one upstairs. I don't even know which one he has, 4 or 5. I don't even know what it is. Because the Xbox is hooked up to his dual monitors. I have one PS outside here in like the family room area, I guess. And it's just so I can play NCAA football 2013 or whatever, 2012. T Money says Cam Johnson over 14.5 points. Seems like a good play. Has hit it 6 of 7, and he missed 15 points by basket as the last game. I'm sure he'll get hurt since I gave it out. Money Arkel says I may get to big Val rebounds against the Nets as the day goes on. Who's we got for who they got? The Pellies. Let's see. How has his rebounds been? Hold on. Rebounds. And it says, how about just rebounds? Where are the rebounds? Total rebounds. 8, 4, 13, 11, 7, 14, 15. So he was on a run. They bumped up to 12.5 from 11.5, then 11, 11, 11s, 11.5s. 10.5 after he's got 13. Now down to 9.5 because he's got 4 and 8 the last 2. See what that number is. T Money says, what are the odds on that? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We just ran down his numbers of late. Colorado State. I like New Mexico. I like, this is a good little battle here, these two teams. I want the over as well, though. If I'm taking New Mexico, I'm taking the over as well. 1-0 start the year, Mr. Hill. Rockets in the over. Michigan the over. Oregon and the under. How's that 1-0? Was that all in a parlay? Because that's 6 games. 6-0. T Money says, I lean UConn laying against DePaul. I mean, you know me. I don't like saying come in here like 20, 25, 30, whatever it is. Who's UConn got up next? Who do they have next? Is it a bad spot for them? Monster rematch on deck against somebody? They got Butler. Butler on the road. Yeah, take care of business here. Let's see. We've seen DePaul lose by 25 at A&M. What's that? 16 at San Fran. 5 at South Carolina. Connecticut is back. I got to tell you, I had Connecticut the last few games not covering numbers here. The Hall, no. St. John's, I thought they'd run it up after a loss. No. Is this a get-right spot for them? How about a first half here? Maybe they just come and blow them out early. It's 55-20 at the half, and then they kind of cruise. I want to look for UConn first half here. Michael B says, my shot quality bet is under Western Michigan, Miami, Ohio, 148.5. Oh, it's 147, so it's gone up. You got a good number. Money. What happened to Moneyline Markel's quote? What happened here? We got a lot of comments. Look at this. For Embiid or Team Money? He wants to know. I know FanDuel Embiid is 35-1 plus 120, and he's got to check Volucious' rebounds. I had a good New Year, too. I said bye to the ball drop. Yeah. I saw a town in New Jersey drops a giant M&M. Perky, my guy. Perky has entered the chat. Buying Tennessee to a 2, Divinity. You could have bought Tennessee up to a 33 and covered the number there, Perky. Bruce is in house. OKC over Creighton. Here we go. OKC in the over, Creighton over, and the Warriors money line. All right, we got the Creighton Blue Jays against Georgetown. You want to go over there? Sure, I think Georgetown's terrible. Creighton should drop an 80 spot there and push that over. The Thunder. 240. I don't hate this because I think they're going to give them. I mean, Thunder's a tough team. Why do I always feel like and I did this, I think on Christmas, I said take the under Boston against the Lakers. Why do I think they're just a defensive team, Boston now? They're really not, are they? And the Warriors. I like money line, sure. I sort of lean towards the Magic, although it was 3.5, it's 3. So money line, you might be a little safer. Chris is in the house. Happy New Year, Chris. Feeling UConn, but they haven't been covered. I know. I've had them the last 2 games. Not good. As I said, UConn first half, maybe. Big blowout. The SMU as a lock. Pen is out, Bruce. Bruce. SMU. Lock emoji. I did have the question mark next to the SMU. Is it still 8.5? 8.5 over Charlotte. Embiid is back. At least the books, yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as I see a 10 and they've lost to him, I'm like, you know what? Maybe he hasn't been playing. And it said questionable, so yeah, I'm guessing he's back with the 10 spot. Bergie says, Lex, are you drunk? Drummond will stop Embiid. I can't believe Drummond is still playing. How old is Drummond? I mean, this guy. He came out in 2013. Has it been that long since he played? This guy's put up some decent numbers. Andre Drummond. Look at that. The old wily vet come in and shut down Embiid. Bill says, so what do you think about the Paul plus 24 conference game? Again, I do not want to lay huge numbers like this, as I just said earlier, but I want to do a first half here with UConn. I do a first half. They played barely beat St. John's. I had them there because I had them the game before they lost to the Hall. DePaul's a bad team too, but I mean, let's not kid ourselves here with DePaul. This isn't a good club. I mean, this screams to me UConn out of the gate like I said, 55-24 or something, big blowout early, get right kind of spot. Lex, your Lex lock of the day. Here we go. The Lex lock of the day. Tobias Harris over 26.5 points, rebound, assists for Philly. Like his thoughts on Wake Forest and BC. I want to take BC here. What is this number now? It was a pick 'em. I saw a pick last night and I was like, oh man, maybe I should take BC here. I like BC. And then I saw it was like a 2. And now they're a dog. I'm glad I avoided it. No thanks. I mean, I lean BC, but no thanks. Perky says, I'm definitely not tailing that pick. I guess that's a Tobias Harris. You don't like the Tobias Harris pick? T-Money says, Michael B, don't be fooled by BC. They haven't played anyone. It's T-Money. Yep. Well, that's what I just said. I was like, I don't know. I sort of lean that way here because it's the line. Again, it's a pick 'em versus a team that's you think they'd again, you're on the road. We talked about Purdue and Maryland, the home team. So is it a pick 'em because they don't want Wake to be favored here? But they open it as a pick or as a 1, and now it's flipped and the money's on Wake as is. Any soccer people, West Ham at home today. What is West Ham laying, Bill? Because there's been no Ray Reddington sighting for a bit. T-Money hasn't given out the young boys plus like 3,000. Where's J Rock AZ? He's a soccer guy. Where's J Rock AZ, man? Lex says, "Good for you." All right, these them fighting words here. Now we're getting a little. Now we're getting a little scuffle, a little scuffle going. Lex likes a player prop. Perky says, "No, thank you." Lex says, "Take your pick and go somewhere else. You don't like it." Team money. I'd leave that one alone, Bill. Could get the draw. I feel like Britain could win outright, I think that one. Brighton could get the draw. I have a feeling, or win outright. They are rolling against West Ham. David says, "I'm like a Calgary mini hockey under 6.5 goals. One of my best bets." Dave, I need a hockey winner. I took, as I said, I have the Stars over 6.5. You like mini under, huh? I'm gonna write it down. Maybe I'll throw a couple shekels on that puppy. So that's an under 6 now from a even standpoint. Right? Minus 105. Under, you said? You got a 6.5 here. All right. You got 6.5, it's down to 6. Already you're early to the party. Shot out Kingdon asks 101 plays gave I say 2-0 bets I placed after the live stream. Listen, live betting is okay. It saves you. I'm telling you, you young guys, you don't know the pain of the early days. New Mexico wins or Colorado State by 10. I agree. That's why it's like if you're taking the points, I think you got to go over because there'll be a bunch of points in the game. Shout out says a lot of NHL picks and NBA picks props today. Look at have a great day. Here we go. NHL. We'll throw the NHL pick out. Let's go. Here we go. All right, I see them start coming up. Michael B says that Team Money. I want to say BC has not played anyone. Colorado State, North Carolina State, St. John's. I'm a St. John's guy. I hate putting them in there. Shout out says team total Kings over on the ice 3.5 against the Leafs. I sort of like them at home too, as well. By the way, Bill says I think my Celtics lose tonight. OKC money line should be a great game. OKC at home. It's one of those teams you just play at home. Them, even the Rockets. Shout out says NHL parlay Dallas Stars puck line and the Wings on the money line. Well, all right. So Dallas, I'm with you on because I got them on the over. So I'm expecting a bunch of points here against Montreal. And then we got the Red Wings. Puck line. Look at this, 180 on the road. See, that scares me. I don't like laying those kind of numbers on the road, even against bad teams. Shout out says player prop Philippe Ronick. Ron. Heck, I don't know how to pronounce these names. We'll just call him Philippe. Goal prop 6-1 odds. Flames money line against Minnesota. All right, we got a little Minnesota under action here, and we're going to go with somebody coming on a road team. So we got a little parlay action for the chat. Islanders, Cavs over 6. I wanted to take the Islanders there last night, and I was kind of talked off of it. So I don't know if I should. Does that mean I should still like your over? NBA player props. McCollum over points. Yes, someone else had mentioned the McCollum props. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was your first one to mention. This is the second time McCollum has popped up in the chat here today. 6-point teaser: Thunder and the Magic. I like them both. I'm a Magic kind of backer. 3.5 down to 3. I like it. Thunder at home, sure. Purdue, Maryland. I like Purdue here. I got them in the chat. I know it's not the smartest. This was 7.5. I got a 7.5 last night in Purdue. It opened at. It's come down. I just feel Purdue's played better teams. I know it's home. We just talked about the BC Wake game. I mentioned this game before that. Teams at home, but it's January 2nd. Everybody's come back to school for this game for Maryland to cheer them on? Maybe. It is the number one team, but they haven't won on the road. They've won in neutrals. Northwestern beat these guys. I think Purdue's good, although I don't have them as the number one team. Not for me, but I'm going to lay it. I'm going to lay it, Desmond. Also, Utah State, Toledo, Pitt under, Butler, San Jose. Nets under in the NBA. Shout out says player props here. A player prop parlay. Wagner over 5.5 boards. Moran under 6.5 boards. And the Pelly's money line. 357. That's Oaktown. 357. Where's Michael B? That's an area code. Oaktown 357 for you Late 80s rap fans plus 357. I mean, I don't mind at 357. I mean, come on, you're playing San Antonio, right? Oh no, no, that's wrong. They're not playing. That's the Pelicans. I'm looking at the Grizzlies. Who's Pelly's got Brooklyn? Yeah, not gonna, I'd say should win that game. James is in the house. Welcome, James. PlayStation, you still have my PS2. I did on switch to the Xbox One. Xbox has much better online game compared to PS. I just don't like. I think I was saying this. I don't. I was having this conversation whether it was with my brother or it was in the chat. The newer games, everything is multiplayer kind of crap. I don't need online game. I liked putting a game in and play, and all of a sudden they shut down servers. You can't play nothing. I like the old Plants vs Zombies um, zombie warfare game. Right? It was Modern Warfare, and I loved being a camo cactus, and it was fabulous. And you get messages like I'd play under my son's name, and I'd have like kill streaks like 35 in a row with the camo cactus to snipe the guys all out. And then when the new game came out, I hated the new Plants vs Zombies 2 game. I go back to the old game, and no one's playing. Like they build games for multiplayers, and I'm not a okay, I can do some things multiplayer, but I like building. I live NBA, college football, NFL, baseball, whatever I'm doing. I want to like draft a team, be in charge. You know, uh, Sim City. I want to build a city. Whatever. I don't like having to get into a server that they'll shut down. Team money. They didn't win most of those, Michael B. We're talking Boston College. I got Wake, Mike. Do what you want to do with it. We got Mike B and Team Money head to head, Wake and Boston College. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Look at this. Jay Peasy in the house. What do we got here? Fenerbahce, Zalgiris, Monaco moneyline, midday EuroLeague parlay. I got to write this down. Where's my. All right. Fenerbahce. I'll put $10 on this. I will. I'm not going. I don't go. I don't come in and make up crazy bet sizes of things I bet on. College basketball. I'm 130 and 140. I start at a 150 a game, 300 a game. Yeah, I'm down to like 100 a game. I'm getting buried here. Soccer, I do not know. I put even when I'm in other shows, they come in with live betting. $25, 50 a parlay. I'm going little on sport I don't know. That's not my unit size. Obviously a little bigger, but for this kind of stuff, I will ride a chat play for a little bit and just have a little fun. Although I had said before, I have an account just for fun because I don't get good NFL numbers in it, and there's a lot of parlays and teasers. And I did have a couple back-to-back winning weeks in it, but I'm still down about 5 times in it. Rob Franklin says, "Happy New Year." You also, fella, I'm sure you're pretty pumped up. Jordan Love fan club president. You're feeling good about yourself in the future. Whiskey -5 today against Iowa. I don't hate it there. What about that total? We're talking about that with Russ and Jesse today on the show. That's a high total for a Wisconsin game. Pelly's first half. Here we go over the Nets. I sort of lean to the Nets a little bit there, man. I don't know. But that's the way to go. First half it up. To Moose, my guy, Northwestern Colorado State. Your thoughts? I do not like Colorado. I do like the dog there, New Mexico in the over. So New Mexico in the over for me there. And I do like Northwestern. Illinois, the kids got in trouble. Maybe the rest of the team's heads not into it, answering a lot of questions. I would lean to the dog in that matchup. I mean, listen, this line should be higher. It's down to 5.5. You think this would be closer to 8 or 9, a full strength kind of squad. I don't. Again, dog or nothing in that game. Dallas Stars over. Yes, Rob. Dallas Stars first period over. I'm guessing that this is a totally juiced up kind of number here. because the Stars' first period overs have been cashing like crazy. I'm going to take a quick peek here on one of the sites that I use and see what this is at. Um, NHL first period. Dallas minus 150. Minus 150. Maybe I put that in a parlay with the EuroLeague soccer. Where's EuroLeague? Is that Europa League? Let's see if that's in here. Fernbrock. Now I gotta see. Now I gotta get like up into the screen here to see if these teams are in here. We're looking for Zagadous, Monaco. Nope, I'm in the wrong. It's definitely not Europa League. I don't know. We'll find it later. I gotta find it. Michael B says Team Money. Who is Wake Forest beating? Florida, Rutgers, Virginia Tech, not exactly running the gauntlet of their top teams. All right, that's easy. Take Florida out of there. Florida's a good team. So is Rutgers, I thought. I'll be posting my picks on my channel just because of me. Listen, give my guy shout out a follow, please. We're all here to grind out some cash for everybody. And again, listen, shout out. Nobody knows kids better than me. I understand. Speaking of which, all right. So my daughter's going to a friend's house, and I said, "Well, listen, I'm going to do my show. So you either do it after my show, or Dan could take you over." And I'm like, "What's going on?" I said, "Who's slamming doors?" She's like, "Oh, Dan's upset." So I'm like, "Bro, you got a license? Take, we just you get to go when you want to go? No, no. Take your sister somewhere. UAB UTSA over 157. This was 159 last night. I wanna take San Antonio. No opinion on that total. Desmond, good morning from Vegas. He's waking up in Vegas, just like Katy Perry. That's what you get for waking up in Vegas. Colorado State, Rob. I like the dog and the over in this one. Dog and the over. Bruce says you need help talking like that. Why does he need help? What did he come? Because he had the lock emoji out. Is that Bruce with the lock emoji? Michael B says, Team Money, I'm not even saying I like BC to beat Wake Forest. I just think that's cut and dry. I'm like, let it go. No one, it's Duke, it's Wake Forest and BC. We're really going to spend time talking about this game? Justin, my guy, good to see you. Berkey, Lex, how much you been drinking today? Don't get on Lex, Mr. 8-legger. Hit a 3-legger. Here we go. Hit a 3-legger. Iowa first quarter. Got shut out. Plus a half first quarter, they got shot out. You knew that was going to come. They're terrible. Lopez, the Brooke Lopez cash, huh? Raptors. Take it. Justin says, here we go. Stacks P to D. Orlando. You know I like the Magic. Good job, Justin. Get it? I like the Magic 3.5. It is down to 3. I know there's a lot of Warrior love here, though. Coffee, notes, and he's happy. Desmond, that's the way to start the morning. David says Moran over 26.5 points. Yeah. I concur with that. Take the over. He is doing good. Pain in the butt. He went down to Kroger's this morning to get a job. Something. T-Money. I have a camera problem. I'm over here live betting the under 20-year-old U.S. hockey team. It's 5-1 in the second period for those who want something to bet on at 12. Stop. Look at this.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right. That's what you do. You're betting. I don't even know what the heck you're betting. Like a sick man. T-Mike says, I got you, Mike. Yeah, you missed it. Eric, my guy, how do you feel transfer portals ruin the non-important bowls? Yeah, I went 5-8 in those bowls and 11-4 since. Um, and the crazy thing is, some of those bowls I won early. I had the I'm on the wrong page here. I don't mind losing. I had New Mexico State, and that was kind of like a public kind of spot. I'll take that loss. I like Jerry Kill. I figured that was a good spot for them, playing good coming in the end of the season. Coach was bits for the other squad. I could lose that game. Boise and the under. A lot of guys out for UCLA. Boise had a backup quarter. I figured out worse. I split. I lose or both. San Antonio, I'm laying 12 and a half. The quarterback comes out. I'm not playing. I'm hurt. The line dipped 6. I end up with a win there. A game I probably shouldn't have won. South Florida was easy winner. UCF. What are we doing there? 63 goes to 69. I can't get a winner on the over. I mean, some tough ones there. I don't know if they're going to get rid of them because there's money to be involved. I just think it has to be some done. If the guys are going to opt out, they're out. They're not playing. You don't get to say, "Oh, let me see if somebody likes me more." I don't want that guy on my team anyway. Why do you want a guy to come back to your team? Nobody else wants him. Now you're coming back to me. Like you want your girls. I'm going to break up with you. We should see other people. And then she comes back like there's nothing better. Get the hell out of here. They just have to fix that. You're always going to have guys kind of opt out. That'll happen. Guys, mid-major kind of guys or even bigger schools. I'm going pro. I'm not going to play. All right, I can understand that, I guess. That's fine. But the way this works is just ridiculous. Tell your son I have a PS5. I will tell him, Brandon. He can come look for you. Daniel King's in the house. I'll be at the Coyotes Panthers game tonight. All right. What are we liking in the Yotes and Florida game tonight on the ice? I guess we have a fan in attendance here is out in Arizona. And let's see, total 6. How about you want to take the Yotes as a little home doggy? Young boys plus 3,000. I can't forget the party, but yeah, no, that's your squad. Yotes and Panthers over to 6. Yes, over 6. I don't hate it. I will go Yotes and the over with you there. Stars and someone else had this one as well. Daniel, was this you earlier? Was this the same play? Someone else mentioned it, right? Because the Red Wings are a fave on the road, and I was like, oh, I don't want like a 180. That's weird. Maybe I'm just maybe it was you who typed in earlier. I'm on Brighton. Double chance says Lex. That's soccer on the pitch for people who don't know what Brighton is. Derek White, 2 blocks plus 129. Rob Franklin. McCollum, 3s, over 3s. Okay, listen, we have a McCollum points and assists, right? 23 and a half. What was that? Was that a PRA or just PNA or PNR or PYT? Pretty young thing. Who knows? Perky, Lex. That is a device idea, but I would expect that from you. Yeah. Perky, Lex loves his pars. He used to be called Lex Parsteel. Parlex, Parley Steel. Justin coming in. Thunder, yes. Butler, yes. Northwestern, yes. Pitt. I can lean a little Pitt against North Carolina. I get it. UConn over, sure. Air Force 7.5 versus Utah State. I like the other side there. I got Utah State in the chat here. Colorado State. I like the dog and the over in that one. Rob says Avalanche -1/2 first period versus the New York Islanders. -1/2 is plus 154. That's not bad considering they're like a 170 fave. I'm going to look into that. Lex says, McCollum is my dude, but I don't trust him to hit 4 threes. Al's in the house. Good to see you, Al. Happy New Year to you as well. Butler, yes. And the Catamounts of Vermont. Who do they have? They're playing some Brown. -4. I don't hate it. I was actually, the game above it, Alabama, Harvard in the added section. I want to take Alabama, Albany, Harvard. I want to take the Danes of Albany, believe it or not. I know it's not your game. I'm just looking at the added section. That's why I mentioned it. I believe men's wages should be higher than women's wages, Perky. Yeah. Uh, are we talking sports? Because they're absolutely 100% higher. Dan Book. Yes, Dan Book. Remember the Dan Book? Money Out Markel says Bruce said Drummond is going to stop Embiid. He did. Was that Bruce who said that? 'Cause I was like, I can believe Embiid was still playing. I mean, Draymond and Andrew Drummond was still playing. JP says, shout out takes for knowing Oaktown 357. You like JPZ? I'm old school, fella. Let me tell you. I roll out a lot of 80s and early 90s nonsense. I could definitely go old school rap like that, though. It's my wheelhouse, fella. Come on. That's 88 to 91. That's like your peak youth years, and listen, that's peak rap anyway, JP. Come on, that's the good stuff. These cats don't know. I mean, what song I really like, JPZ? Remember 3 Times Dope, Funky Dividends? I, I just like the beat. You'll never get good songs like that anymore from that era because, like, this the sampling of music. Yeah, like we were in a car. I had Sirius on. It was like the Billy Joel channel, and Stiletto comes on, and it's Cool G Rap and Polo sample the Stiletto song for I think Road to the Riches. It's just good stuff. That JPZ. I don't know what channel you're watching if you're on Sean Higgs channel or one of the other channels, but like when I'll do like my old like 80s baseball cards, I just love that's I don't know, man. Come on, everybody loves being young. It's fun. Everybody wants to get old, right? It's like I can't wait. I can't wait. Dude, it's the best time when you're a kid. You don't gotta worry about crap. Mom makes you lunch, does your laundry, go out to get no worries. Who cares in the world? Then you're an adult. Daniel King says, I have PS1, 3, 4, and 5. I'm a big Sony fan. I'm trying to get the Portal PlayStation. I don't know which ones we have. I think we have like 3. I don't know. I don't know which one he has upstairs. So it might be the 4. I don't think we have the 5 because I think the 5 came out when we were moving. And I got him a computer he wanted. Well, he paid $600 for it, but it was like 20. He built some freaking monster system. I don't even know what the hell it is. It's crazy. I have an Atari upstairs. I have an Atari. I like Sega Genesis. I like the old Sega Genesis. Eric says, I think the best bowl setting is the Rose Bowl is my favorite. Come on with the Rose Bowl. All I know is I saw nothing but horror stories from the parking lot. Perky. Oh, really? With the Caps, Perky? New York Supreme Special, 31st Street. Next to the Upside Down 60. Probably. Wake Forest, Super Mega Moonlight Bunch. Super Max Bell Lock of the Year. This is the kind of stuff I love. Whale Go Plays. That's Perky, you in New York? Dan says, anyone here do day trading? I want to get into it. Day trading. I gotta tell you, Dan, I want to get into some forex trading. I want to get into some foreign currency exchange. T money. Wait, what is that part? Yeah, that is a crazy parlay that Perky put up. Sixers Bulls over, Ninja. Good to see you. Glad the Ninja's back. I could do it over here. Embiid's back in the house, although you're going to get maybe a little more defense out of him. But I don't know. I'm not a Bulls guy. Not in this spot, at least. You want to go over 223? I don't hate it. Where are the new odds on this? 223 and a half, 224. You want to go over? I could do over with you. Rocco Loco, seriously. I mean, listen, Rocco. You're Rocco Loco 76. So maybe you're a rock fan, you're born in 76. We could even go back to like good, like Motley Crue, like kind of like, Dr. Feelgood's great. Although I'm more, if I'm going to go 80s, you got to go like cheesy hair bands, like Winger, like Headed for a Heartbreak or some kind of nonsense, like just, dude, the 80s, there's no decade better than the 80s. I do not care. I do not care what anybody says. That's why, why? You know why it's the best? Because what are they remaking? G.I. Joes, Transformers, Red Dawn, RoboCop, Vacation, everything. Hell, you got stupid. I mean, there's like a MacGyver remake on TV, Quantum Leap. Stop. Here come Lethal Weapon remake again. Please. What are you doing, folks? Stop taking my youth. You know, holy cow. Michael says, I'm Moneyline Markel. I don't know if Drummond's going to stop Embiid. Not sure I want to back a player to score 35 his first game back. He's going to be on minute restriction tonight. Good point there. But was it, again, was he hurt, or was it just I'm taking a day off and saying I'm hurt? That's the NBA. No betting allowed, bro. You know, this is why I'm 16-12 in the video and 15-8 on sites, because this kind of nonsense, you do not know. It says, I'll ride JPZ's parlay for pizza money. There you go. But what kind of pizza? Is it a Little Caesar $5 pie? Is it a $20 pizza meal where you're getting a 2-liter bottle of soda and some wings or loaded tots with it? What are you getting with your pizza money, Justin? Desert says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 70. Thank you, Michigan Wolverines. He was all over the Wolverines yesterday. Red Dawn, Wolverines. Love these new $100 bills. Win Sportsbook just handed me. There you go. Put them up. Let's see some pictures of the new crispy 100s. We all like hundos, Desmond, don't we? We like hundos. They're all hundos. They're all real hundos. I know. We could flex those puppies out too, Des. We have them. Merry Christmas. That's how we roll here. Brandon, what are you guys doing for Christmas? I haven't planned my Christmas for next year. I got some maniac has Christmas lights up. Can you imagine? Christmas is 12 months away and they got Christmas lights up, Brandon. What are they doing? Resisting it all. It's EuroLeague basketball. All right, that's EuroLeague basketball. Okay, I thought it was EuroLeague soccer. Resisting. If you're newer, anybody else newer in the chat? Soccer, golf, tennis. I mean, there's something that I just don't. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm come in and pretend. I think you kind of realize what kind of guy I am. I'm gonna come here, say things right off the cup, from the heart, from the hip, wherever. Straight shooter kind of guy. I don't know. So it's EuroLeague basketball. That's why, and it's starting now. Starting at 1:00. I am out of the. Does not help me. Again, that's from 15 minutes ago. This is what the comments section is tough. I go live and we're rolling down. This is why my show is a little different than everybody else's. There's comments and shows, but I hit them all. Team Money likes the 1-800-GAMBLER. He's talking about betting amateur teen hockey. Michael B says, did your kid buy the car, Sean, or are you paying for his car insurance? If so, you better tell him to get off his butt and drive. Says, no, he doesn't have a car yet because he wants some. He was looking at the big pickups, which is fine. You want to pick up? I don't mind. I'm not handing you a $90,000 truck. No. I got a car when I was 17. I gave my dad $2,500, and I ended up paying car insurance, and I had to finish payments on a car. I was a senior paying. My car payments were $240 a month, and that was in 1992. All right, which 240 is I mean, I know now people have like $900 car for some ridiculous nonsense. I mean, no, and I never make my son pay something like that. But I'm not just throwing a truck to you. No, you don't. No. Yeah, I love him. No, he does not deserve that. That's not helping him one bit. No. And the kids spoiled. They're spoiled, but they're good. I mean, I hate to say spoiled. They're good. They don't really ask for much, but no. He's got to get his act together, and he's going to get my old truck, and I'll go get a new truck. That's what that's going to be. But I'm not doing that just to do it and have it sit there. Listen, I could cut off my nose, spite my face, guy. Sure, I could do stuff like that. I'm not doing that. I'm not buying a truck and just letting it sit or have him. No, he's got to put a little effort in here. Team Money, I got the over 8.5 U.S. soccer. Here we go. 6-1 going into the third. Need something to cheer for before the gym. Come on. Stop it, Team Money. Stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop. Team Money says, seriously, chat, take it easy. Money management, be careful. Don't be like me betting day in, day out. I mean, you could do that, but if you got to be disciplined. because those losses add up. Already have you now watching 4.5. Winner, Justin. Yes. James, let's get out of here. He's laughing. Dave says, Sean, I have South Dakota State, 12.5 over Montana State football in 4 days. Did you know about that game? I do know the smaller schools for college football. I just don't follow. I'm not a subdivision kind of guy. I mean, South Dakota State, obviously them, and who else? North Dakota State's pretty good too. They do football in the Dakotas apparently pretty well. But I'm not gonna. If I put something on it, maybe I'll free pick. And honestly, if someone asks me, I'm going to tell you just take the favorite there. I mean, Justice, it's going to Pitt in the Carolina game tonight. Nothing better than watching live, either winning or losing a unit on Pitt +4. Pitt's home. It's worth a shot taking Pitt at home. Shout out says I took McCollum points plus assists. Yes, I know. Yeah. So that's the second one we had in here for McCollum points assist. Brighton double chances -220. Take the draw. No bet. 1-2. I was going to bet a money line plus. Here we go with the soccer. Nick, my guy, where have you been, fella? I'm on a Rangers Flames money line and under the Avalanche NHL. See, I sort of like the over in the Avalanche game against the Islanders. Someone said Avs first period is plus money. I think is worth a shot, or minus a half a goal, I should say. I think it was minus half a goal plus money, considering they're 175. Rangers, I sort of like the Rangers coming into this game. Right, they got the day off. Carolina's a good team. Maybe a draw in this game. How about a draw? And Calgary and Minnesota. I sort of like the Wild last night. I didn't play this game. I'm just on the over stars. Under NBA from Nick says Nets and Bulls. Again, the Bulls game is, I don't know what we're getting out of Embiid. You want to go under Nets? I mean, that is, I think I have that right here in the chat for you. Hello, under Nets 228.5. And soccer, here we go. West Ham. Someone else said the over in this game. I thought it was 3.5. Jay Peasy, not loving my Alabama thought. Yes, the Danes are not good, but why is that line 3 as opposed to like a 5 or a 6 is my question. And Nick likes over the Ottawa Senators versus the Canucks 6.5 tonight. Nick, you didn't answer me. Where have you been? It's been a minute since I saw you. Happy holidays to you. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Michael B says, I took a 2.5 Colorado State last night. Considering everyone in the chat has mentioned Colorado State. I think it's good to buy out. Hopefully we'll try to get 4 and you get a middle. You know, you got the good 2.5 and it's gone up to 3.5. Well, I saw 3.5 last night and now I saw a 3 now. So again, I actually have the over 157 in that game right now. JP says Drummond is going to stop Embiid and ask him for an autograph. I like the Bees. I should have did the pause. Drummond will stop Embiid, and he's going to ask for an autograph. I like it. Hey man, let's do a jersey switch. Jersey switch. When does MLB start? Not soon enough, baby. Where is our guys? We got guys still. We got free agents out there, right? Snell's still out here. Cody, my guy Cody. I've never grown up. I get it, James. I'm with you. I still feel like it's freaking. I still feel like it's like 95, 96 in my mind. Just says, hey, they're 45. We have the same taste of music. I just now learned that. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I am all old school like that, you know. But I have a huge, like, I just can't just say, all right, I'm just going to listen to like Big Daddy Kane. Like, it's not just like Taste of Chocolate and all day long. You know, ain't no half stepping. No, I'll mix it up. Then I'll go to like 80s one hit wonders. Like, I'll put like some Taylor Dane on or some nonsense, like. But come on, everything was just great back then. All that music. I mean, think about. I think when I'm driving sometimes, like when I drove from Jersey, Texas, I had like Sirius on. I put like 80s on age or whatever, and they had the top 10s they play or top 40 countdowns. And from 1980 to like 1989, in 80, 81, you're getting like, you'll hear like Dolly Parton. You're going to hear the Commodores. You're going to hear the Hall & Oates. It's just there's like some country music with old disco. And then there's like a Pat Benatar song in. And midway through the decade, towards the end of the years, then all of a sudden you get like Run DMC's in there. And then there's quote unquote heavy metal of like hard rock, Guns N' Roses. And then you have your crazy dance TKA kind of. It's I don't know. It's freaking. I love it. It's great being young. Resisting also is West Ham DNB minus 120. Hammers at home have been sold. The Hammers? They're called the West Ham Hammers? JP Higgs breaks out his guitar. Listen to Stetsasonic. Yes, Stetsasonic. More than a hip hop band. I can do a little Stetsasonic. Stetsasonic. JPZ. Yo MTV Raps with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, the original Dr. Dre. And who's the cat? Oh my god, I can't remember his name. Old dude with the glasses. Come on. Oh, what the hell was his name? Anyway, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. I loved it. And I'd love watching like the intro, be like, oh, I saw that video. I saw that video. I saw that video. Like it was just like the Vapors. Vapors is a good tune. Biz Markie. I can do Vapors all day. Big Daddy Kane's another. People were like, Nas and who else? Kanye and all these guys. Notorious B.I.G. They're the best songers. Drake, get the hell out of here with this freaking. You have no idea. The Big Daddy Kane. I mean, first of all, Ice Cube is a great lyricist guy. I mean, kids don't even know today's kids, clowns. Shout out King says, I have Atari in my garage short away. Growing up, me and my brother after school, we'd play the Atari out of it, and then it was Nintendo 64. I did not have a Nintendo 64. I had a Nintendo original, and then that it actually, you know how it is. You had a blow in it, getting it. Then we went to the Sega Genesis, which is all right. That was pretty good. Jamie Henderson, Smooth, Purdue, and the Illini. So, Jamie, I got to say no to the Smooth because somebody came in here and gave us a lock emoji on SMU. So that's a auto. We can't get into that. I do like Purdue. I had Purdue in the chat. I got Purdue. I got it last night. It was 7.5. It's down to 6.5 or 6 even. I just feel like Maryland at home. I get it. But are there a lot of fans here for New Year's Day? I don't know. Purdue hasn't won on the road. Their first true real game. Northwestern gets them. I think this is a game they have to prove themselves to the coach or just themselves. They can win on the road in the Big Ten. Yeah. Gonzaga and Duke and Alabama and Arizona. You beat all these guys on neutrals. Better teams than Maryland. A lot better than Maryland. But big game here. If you're really this good, go here and win by margin here. Beat the number. Come on. Terps have won what? 18, 19 in a row here at home? And I'm not a huge I like Arizona better. I like UConn better. I think they're better teams. But these guys played Purdue tough twice last year. Beat them once here on this court. That was in February when the kids are there. I'm leaning Purdue. In Illinois, I don't want nothing to do with it. The kids got in trouble. Maybe they got to deal with a lot of questions. I don't know where their heads are. The coaches' heads are. I would just lean Northwestern here in the points. That guy plays this line is 10. It's 6 now or 5 or 5.5, whatever it is. It would be a dog or nothing. I don't be involved. Shout out to Sixers and Bulls. My line would be Sixers, alternate 9.5 and beat over 10 rebounds on a alternate play as well. James says, I love the smell of money. Michael B says, love the 80s TVs, movies. Life in general, people are nicer, but the clothes, the cars kind of stunk. What are you talking about, the clothes? You got to wear crazy neon stuff. Girls would spray aqueducts in their hair, parachute pants. Where's my guy? Is JPZ still here? JPZ, did you have a Todd 1 jacket back in the day? Big Todd 1 jacket? Remember Todd 1? 90's the best day. You're about that. Winning NFL weekend. I went 5-5 this NFL weekend. 5-6 this NFL weekend. And of course, all the games I added late. So my first game, Kansas City under winner, Dallas in the over losers 1-2, Browns winner 2-2, Baltimore winner 3-2, Carolina +9, 3-3, Rams over 42 got there. So I've been 4-3. Would have been a nice little winning day. I come in with Denver, they covered. Green Bay over, loser. I put that in the quarterback, bad number on that one. Seattle loser and the Colts loser. 3.5 on the Colts. On the season, NFL 103-88. 55%. It is what it is. Not as good as last year, but last year was 60% an anomaly. I feel as somebody who's been betting a long time. I'll take 55%, Bill. But I had a whole home December. I take a dog, it doesn't win. I take a favorite, it doesn't win. I take an over, it loses. It's take an under, it win. No, I'll bounce back. Just what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I got 6 games this NFL weekend already. Jamming picks. Looking for some college jamming. Jamming. You got a channel there? So my college basketball not good. 47-51. I am minus 870 here in the midday money show. Utah State -7. Purdue -6. Toledo on the money line. Pitt under 158. Butler +7. San Jose +a 5 spot. Justin says extra large, extra cheese, pepperoni, bacon is my pizza. There you go. Extra large. See, I'm not a what's that pepperoni? I'll get a regular pizza and then I'll put I like my bacon on it. I'll throw ham on it, sausage. I need my meat. I'm a mushroom guy though. I don't put it on pizza. Bill says nice stack of hundos. That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll. I had to collect this. Decent, it's I'll take it for the month. It could have been better, but I'm not complaining. I was 14-92. There you go. All right, so I was a couple years older, but again, still same kind of stuff. Same kind of music, same kind of likes. You know how we rolled back then. Best NBA prop. I'm not a big NBA prop jamming picks. I don't really love NBA in general early in the season because the whole guy's not playing. I mean, there's a stupid tournament. No, thank you. I'll more rely on what people like in here. Prop. I don't really bet NBA player props. I would say I don't really bet. I do not bet NBA player props. Maybe I'll jump on somebody's in the chat or something. But I usually don't put them up in here at all. Not a big no betting allowed early NBA. I think it's too unpredictable. That being said, though, we are where is it? 16-12 in the video here, and I am I think 15-8 and 18-10 on site. So Knicks money line. Hey, did I say it did, Ryan? I sort of like the Wolves there. I didn't have it, but the Wolves, good win for the Knicks. I didn't think. Now, I also like Toronto in that spot because the Knicks traded away a couple guys. Toronto got a couple guys. I figured you can't just go to one and not the other, which is why I sort of faded Knicks because I think you give up 3 guys, 2 guys who are contributors. Maybe it was a little something in the clubhouse. I don't know. Well, didn't make a difference. Good win for you, Ryan. Pelly's lock of the Ryan. Lock O'Day. New Orleans. Guess we kind of like the Nets here now with the lock of the day on New Orleans. And I was going to say, so I mean, that went from 6.5 down to 6 as well. I am ready for baseball. I like baseball. It's my favorite sport. JJ, why the Ravens dogs versus Seattle versus Steelers? Pretty. They are, and I gotta say, I have the Steelers +2 and the Steeler +4.5 for next Sunday. Now, Steelers are still alive for playoffs. Ravens already locked into the 1 seed. The thought being, who's playing for Baltimore? Now, do I think Harbaugh's a guy to take time off and say, hey, we don't want to play? I mean, I want to take the Steelers. Excuse me, I want to take the Ravens and the 3.5 and the 4 here. Harbaugh's a guy who wants to win every game. We know that by his preseason record. We know for the fact that after they hammered San Fran, they came back and just dismantled Miami. There was no letdown spot. I think a lot of these games, Detroit's another one. Maybe you get a first half outing from a team. I do not want to lay 4 points. I'm happy with my position. I got plus points on Pitt. I'm not looking to bet on Pitt in a must-win game. Although they cost me last week, I thought Seattle was going to come, and my thinking behind that was like we've seen plenty of backup quarterbacks come in, have a good game, lose. Now, Pitt's going on the road to a tough place to play in Seattle. They won. We know Pittsburgh will bring defense. Ravens will bring defense. You got 2 coaches, probably don't like each other. Ravens locked up, which is the only reason why this line flipped like it is. Although, like I said, I got Steelers plus points. I do not want Steelers minus points here. Not playing so much. Wait for baseball. There you go. It's all right. You can pop in and say hello, though, Nick. Just disappear and be like, "Hey, I'm not coming back." Come in. We can talk some hot stove baseball. We got things to talk about. Things are okay. Alexis, West Ham over is 2.5. Nick says, I come and I hear it, hit the like button, and thought it's. I come in here, hit the like button, although not chatting. All right. Well, I appreciate you hitting the like button. Thank you for that. That's important. Keith Sweat. There you go. Girl, I bet I can make you sweat. Keith Sweat. Good stuff, Keith Sweat. Michael B. Lock of the day. Here we go. Kiss of death. It is. I joke like that, but that's just me. I know it's fun and it, makes channels and shows people like that. It's fun and I just can't. I have to draw the line putting out lock plays. I have to write them down. Like, oh, we have a we bring out the actual physical lock for those games. Uh, Bill says, "Are you old enough for A-Track?" No, I'm not old enough for A-Tracks, fella. No, 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 no. So we had some votes in the poll. We got some votes. We got 19 votes in the thing. So I don't ask much hit the like button. 19 okays and one hit. Haha, loser. We'll end the poll because we're gonna be wrapping up. We're an hour deep into the show. I love that we're getting more comments because that's what my show's about. De La Soul. Yes. Potholes in my lawn. It's a classic. I know everybody likes me, myself, and I, but come on, man. Dude, I like potholes in my lawn. And dude, Digital Underground, the Sex Packets albums, fabulous. Like just one good song after another on Digital Underground. Ryan King, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Yes, I don't bet every day, but I normally bet one game a day. Last year, betting in NBA and NFL has been amazing. Listen, if you're disciplined enough to bet a game a day and just kind of grind out, right, you're doing it right. You don't have to bet every day. You don't have to bet the game because it's early, late, Monday Night Football, TNT game, or whatever nonsense. Good job. Good job. Would you tell your son to have a place? Well, I don't. Not gonna. What do you want? He's gonna come over there, Brandon. He'll probably beat you up. He's not gonna discover strangers' houses to come over. Fan Five Freddy. Yes, I can't believe I forgot Fan Five Freddy. How about here, JPZ? Fan Five Freddy. Like he was in the. If you remember the Rapture with Debbie Harry and Blondie, he was like he comes in and does a rap verse in the original kind of uncut version of that. She mentions Fan Five Freddy, and I think Rapture song. JJ says award tour, Tropical Quest. Yes, excellent award tour. I mean, come on, man. Elsa left my wallet in El Segundo. I mean, we go on and on with the lady. Like I like. How about Cool Modi? And he's like, I love the video Wild Wild West. He's out in like the blizzard. I don't know. Cool Modi. Love it. Nick, yes, I had a small play at $50 on the under. He Clipper game. Didn't believe I won. I was looking over till 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. Nick, that's why you bet and forget it. You know why? Because you're thinking it's a loser, and then you're going to come in and live bet something, trying to save yourself. There's a hundo. Still, no matter what it is, it's a win. Thunder over 240 NBA looked better play than under Bills. What do you say? The Thunder game. I don't know if it looks better. I want to think that Boston's a defensive team, but I don't know. Why do I think the Thunder are going to come here and play? Thunder at home. I don't think Boston's slowing down, but Thunder is out to play. This game could go into overtime. Not if you're from the hood. You don't know who these songs are? Come on, these were mainstream. I mean, this is when MTV actually played videos. Now, MC Hammer. Now, I got to say, like, I thought I was a gangster. Like, so MC Hammer to me was not real rap music, right? I mean, I was Eric B. and Rakim, KRS-One, NWA, Tribe, like MC Hammer in the 80s. I even Run DMC, it's kind of like, I couldn't get into MC Hammer. Can't touch this. Like, what is that? You know, Come on. From the West Coast, 80s was the childhood, 90s of my era. Yeah, I get it. I mean, 90s, there was good stuff. I mean, I want to say like the last, like the Wu Tang 36 Chambers album, tape, whatever it is. I didn't have the album. I had the tape. You run the tapes. Remember buying tape singles for the ride? I had a big kicker box in my car, JPZ, big Pioneer pull out. How about booming system? LL Cool J. Car strapped by with the booming system. Nick, under Avalanche went from a 6.5. All right, good to know. I'm a big MLB guy, NBA, NFL better. I make most of my money off MLB. MLB, and I had a losing season. I started out really good, and then I just fell off the rails in August. I couldn't pick a winner right. But I love baseball because you can come in with so many dogs, and I don't mind splitting that all the time with dogs because I'm just gonna be stacking money in the dogs. Although I have to get more into no bottom nines because the run lines just killed me the second half of the season. I could not catch a run line. Michael, have a good one. Almost we're at an hour and 20 minutes. But I love the chat. We got a bunch of new people in here. Player props. I'm a Ribby prop guy, although I got to start changing. Yes, I've been doing this a long time, but sometimes you got to move with the times to try to get a little money. Nick says, love MLB. It looks like my favorite. It looks like my favorite game, cricket. Your favorite game is cricket. Fun betting on MLB, win or lose, home runs and overs in Rockies games. I'm patiently waiting for MLB. It's been 2, 3 bets. And I agree because you take a couple dogs, like the best team is losing 60 games a year. Even if they win 100, you're still losing 60, and they're going to be favored. Chances are the best team, and I'm going to throw like, I know the Yankees aren't the best team, but your Yankees, your Dodgers, your Braves, they're all going to be inflated because of their name. Your Phillies, your Padres. You'll be able to make money fading those teams, even if they're winning 90 something games. Well, I know I do. We had a big Snell future here. Snell Cy Young cash 35-1 for us, Rye. Cubbies win season ticket over. Arizona win season ticket over. The Tigers a good team this year. We'll see. We gotta wait for the Nick doesn't like totals or season long props. We gotta wait for the dust to settle here. Over 8.5, never in doubt. NBA player props have a lot of value, but boy, when a team pulls a guy when they're up or down 20, I've got crushed quite a few. Again, NBA props. No, thank you. Iowa game under 153, Rob. See, this was actually kind of higher, I thought. I was doing a show with Jesse and Russ morning, and I thought this was they said it was at a 156 from a 153, or maybe it was down to 151. Either way, you look at Wisconsin, and you just think Wisconsin's going to be an ugly team. I mean, the one game it was like 70-40 this year. I want to lean to the over because it seems so high. Because a 75-70 game, which is a lot of points for Whiskey, would still be an under. But Iowa's paces into the 80s and 90s. And we saw Arizona dictate a 90 points to Wisconsin last time. Now, I don't think Iowa's Arizona talent. Like Arizona's better because Iowa, like is Iowa going to be able to dictate and make their shots and have Whiskey come? I don't know. I don't know. I lean over just because it's such a big number for Wisconsin. Jamin picks Scotty Barnes score 15-20 every night, make that money. Here's the thing though. What is the prop at? I mean, 50, he could be scoring 16, but his prop is 17.5, and you got a loser on your hand though, Jamin. Brad says Warriors starting next month, February 28th. The Warriors come out to play. Eh? Scotty Barnes is solid, and Alpern Seguin to score 20 has been rock solid as well, says JJ. Shy Jayhawk, who shout out with his picks. Shout out is pretty. He throws a lot of player props in. I want to say, and I'm not saying he wins all the time. He doesn't lose all the time. You know, you play him, you'll grind out a little bit. It might be 1-1 one day, it might be 3-1 the next day. You know, he comes in every day. Shy J. It's not like he's a guy who just comes in one day and says, "Hey, here are my picks." It comes in and they go 0-7. You don't hear from him. He comes back like I got winners. And he comes in every day. Hey, We went 2-1 yesterday. We're 3-1 yesterday. We were 1-2 yesterday. Like anyone, my picks as well. Anybody in the chat, you come in, you see somebody put picks up, you're like, oh, all right. I mean, I said that there was a Euro League. I'm like, you know what? I'll put a $10 part. I mean, I'm not going crazy on somebody's picks. I don't, especially on a sport I don't know. I don't expect you to go and put hundos on some guy's chat picks. You know nothing about his player props. Huh, look for something, go a little light. Right, so they're waiting for them to release team totals for baseball wins. Soon enough, we still got there's enough decent free agents out. I don't think they'll have them posted yet. Although I haven't looked. It is early. I mean, it's January 2nd. Jam and Pick says I found that any scoring big guy scores above their average against the Pacers. They play fast and give easy buckets to centers and power forwards. Makes sense because the Pacers are just a team that plays zero defense. T-Mike says, Keith Sweat, 70s, 80s cats can't touch my early 2000s. Stop it. My brother's around your age, Sean. He swears everything 80s, early 90s is the best. I have to fight back. I mean, there's some good stuff in the early 90s. You know, I'm not going to lie. But also, I mean, in your brother's case, by the end of the decade, it's out. We're not wrapped up into like, I mean, you wake up in the morning, turn on MTV, music on, come home, watch MTV, right? You hear music on the radio. Now it's not like that. It's always, there's always people talking and, oh, man. Good stuff. Anything by Boys to Men. Here we go. Boys to Men. Maybe, what was the other, there was Boys to Men. Oh, then what was the other band? Like the ABC, maybe another band creation where like they were like the young new, like another like young new edition, like young kids. ABC, another band creation. Lex says that was me. I hit the like, but voted just to spite you. I know, I like it. That's why I put it there. I thought it was funny. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. Jim says thanks, JJ. Seguin depends on his matchup to get those points. Reginald says Grizzle minus 11, Duke Syracuse over. Duke Syracuse over? Yes, I think Syracuse is a terrible squad. And you want to go the Grizzle over San Antonio? I don't hate it. San Antonio's terrible. Not the time to play them. Lex says you should look up how MC Hammer rolled in real life back then. Crazy. Listen, I mean, everybody knows the Hammer story. The guy's got a World Series ring from the A's. He was the bat boy. He's like Hammer because he's Hank Aaron. I like MC Hammer. The guy had an aunt who took care of everybody. I love it. I love the whole Hammer life, you know. But music wise, Lex, I'm 15. I'm out my friends, or if I'm driving, hey, let me put on Can't Touch This, or am I going to put on something with a lot of bass from Eric B and Rakim Paid in Full, or Colors by Ice T or something, you know. Oh, here we go. Here, Ain't No Frontin'. How about that one? MC Breed, you like that? I love that song. That's a great tune. T-Mine says Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with. Yeah. Shout out Secret Life back in the 90s. I don't play. I always make comments in here. I'll throw song lyrics out here all the time. People don't get them, though, T-Money. Nick says Bet 365's in America. Great best website. 365 is pretty good. JJ, alternate points for Wagner and Bachero have been hitting 20 points minimum each versus a player prop. People looking Wagner and Bachero alternate props. And Jamin agrees with that. Static, Baton, and Marty. All for one boy band. Here we go. Well, I mean, how about you brought up all this boy band All for One, or I mean, we could go with all those Backstreet Boys and who's the other one? 98 Degrees. How about Color Me Bad? Remember New Jack City? I Want to Sex You Up. Color Me Bad. I don't know. All right, we've gotten off the rails for the last half hour, but I love it because that's what I'm talking about. And I was going to do like an 80s baseball card video too today. But all right, listen, all the new folks, I appreciate they coming in. So we're live every day, 12 noon Eastern. Mass Appeal by Gangstar, The Guru. Yes, great tune by Gangstar. Absolutely. There's so many good little songs like this that people don't know. First time here to give any official plays. So, like, here you go. So these are my show picks, and this NBA game. I don't have it on the site. Most picks I do give out here are picks off the sites that I'm on and games I bet on. This one I didn't put on a site. I was just, and again, on the sites, I have one site I'm 15-8 on. I don't, we're just talking about NBA, so you know how I feel about NBA early. But hey, 16-2, we're a little plus money on the sites. I like the under in the Nets game today. College basketball, 47-51. Utah State, not on the site, but I like it. Purdue, -6, I like it on the site. Toledo, +110, I like it. It's on the site, although I have a Toledo +3 for myself. Pitt under 158, it's on the site. Butler +7, it's on the site. San Jose +5, it's on the site. And I have 1, 2, 3, I got 4 other games on the site too, I believe. So the sites, the games I give out here are games I bet 98% of the time. They're on the site. You can see them later on tonight. They'll be posted. You'll see how I have. I just don't put games in here resisting for the sake of adding a game. That's why there's hockey is 8-11 here in the video. Although it's 8-11 here on the sites, I am 18-11 because I just sometimes I put them out. I like it. I just don't put something in here to put it in here. I don't. You go to a lot of channels and somebody's going to pump out 800 picks. I do baseball, college basketball, even NFL. I mean, NFL, I've bet 200 NFL games this year. In the video here, we got 70 up. We're making money. But yeah, it'll never be just a huge slate of putting things out just to put them out. I can't do that. As a new person, you'll see I'm not going to tell you in baseball, hey, we're going to lay 275 today with whoever. I'm not going to do that. I can't. I'm not telling you to lay 35 in college football. I don't want to tell you to lay 20 in college basketball. I don't want to tell you to lay 10 in the NBA. Little different than a lot of shows. I like to think of myself as an original. Jamin's laughing. Brandon says he is something. Got it. Resting. Again, thanks for coming in. A lot of new people. I love it because the comment section keeps the show going. Sometimes the show's a half hour. Sometimes it's an hour and a half. Look headlines. Again, if whatever channel you're watching, because I'm streaming on a few, put the notification bell on because I'm going to start doing the Look Headline show at night. I used to just do it for an NFL season. A lot of college basketball comeback talk stuff at night as well. So be on the lookout. I appreciate